Hi all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna Jade. If you're new here, I cover all things self-development, business, and finance. And today I'm going to discuss a Japanese philosophy for finding your purpose. It sounds a little too good to be true, but if you try it out, it might help give you some direction. 2 years ago, I felt completely lost in life. I had just graduated college. I saw a lot of my peers starting their journey in life and finding their purpose. I just didn't know what to do with my life. Or maybe I did know what I wanted, but what I wanted seemed like the riskier option. It seemed like there was no clear path to the way that I wanted. Here is a journal entry from this period in my life, and it is dated on February 18th, 2021. Oh, how different life has been for me. I always want to feel like I'm in control of my life and that I always have options. I have the choice of what I want to do with my life, thanks to the internet. At that point, I was feeling really lost, but when I started writing in this notebook, I wanted to manifest something different. At that point, I had quit everything I was planning on doing. I quit studying, I quit my jobs, and I had zero idea of what I was going to do with my life. It was scary and liberating at the same time. Thankfully, I was able to just quit everything and I didn't have too many expenses because I was living with my mom at the time. Not going to lie, my mother was a little concerned for me at this point. One resource I found was called the Ikigai. The Ikigai is a Japanese concept that refers to a sense of meaning or purpose in one's life. It is often represented as a Venn diagram with 4 circles: what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. Finding the intersection of these 4 circles is thought to be the key to finding one's Ikigai. I used this as a resource when I was thinking about the direction that I wanted to go in. Finding one's purpose can be a challenging and personal journey. According to Hector Garcia, who is the author of Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Healthy Life, the Ikigai is a magic ingredient that makes life worth living. Another quote from Hector Garcia is, "The Ikigai is the thing that makes you feel like you are exactly where you are supposed to be." These quotes give an idea of how the Ikigai is perceived as a sense of purpose or a source of contentment, or even something that makes life worth living. Here are several steps that individuals can take to find their Ikigai. The first is reflect on your passions and interests. Think about the activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. This can be hobbies, skills, or causes that you are passionate about. For me, social media and video editing were 2 interests that I love. The second is to consider your strengths and talents. What are you naturally good at? What skills do you have that might be useful to others? For me, my interests also went hand in hand with what I was good at: video editing and social media. These can also be soft skills, creativity, teamwork, or it can be technical skills: writing, artwork, acting, you name it. The third is think about what the world needs. What problems or issues are important to you? How can your passions and interests contribute to making the world a better place? I just want to say that making the world a better place is relative, right? It can be something as big as being an advocate for climate change, like Swedish activist Greta Thunberg. Or it could be something smaller, or it could be something on a smaller scale, like building a community garden. Think about a problem you can solve with your strengths and interests. This is a very important aspect to not only the Ikigai, but if you want to become an entrepreneur as well. Entrepreneurs basically set out to solve a problem. The fourth is to imagine your ideal lifestyle. What does your ideal life look like? This is where vision boards and manifesting come into play. How do you want to spend your time? What kind of work do you want to do? Is it working with others in an office space? Is it traveling the world and working remotely? Is it being on a production set? The world is your oyster. And I also want to say about this, don't be realistic. Think about your ideal lifestyle and be as imaginative as you want. The fifth is to experiment and take action. Try out different things and see what resonates with you. Take small steps toward your goals and be open to change and new opportunities. For me personally, I tried out different areas of videography, photography, and social media, but I found that helping small businesses on TikTok with their social media strategy was something that I enjoyed and was good at. Very niche, I know, but it pays the bills. The sixth is to seek guidance. You can seek guidance from a mentor or counselor who can help you identify your strengths, passions, and interests. Maybe one way you could do this is by reaching out to a total stranger who is doing something you might be interested in. Try DMing them on LinkedIn and maybe asking how they got to where they're at. Or study successful people and see the steps that they took to get to where they are. Obviously, everyone's different, but you might see a common trend in what they have done. Maybe even invest in a course in a subject that you've always wanted to try. And the last is think about what could make you money. I say could in quotes because I was very small-minded when I thought about things that could make you a lot of money. Boy, was I wrong. I thought it had to be doctor, lawyer, or engineer, but that is not the case anymore, thanks to the internet. To be honest, you can make money at doing anything if there are these two things. One, you are skilled and passionate about what you do. And two, that service or item is wanted by someone for the price point you are offering it at. I know, pretty crazy. It is important to look at the world in terms of an abundance mindset, not a lack mindset. It's also important to know that if a certain job isn't out there right now and you think it's needed, it can always be created. I know, it's weird, right? We live in a matrix. 30 years ago, YouTube vloggers weren't a thing. Now, here I am talking to you through a camera on something called the internet. People have whole careers based on Elon Musk's vision of going to Mars. That would have been thought impossible years ago, even 10 years ago. Why can't you think big? It's important to remember that finding your purpose is a process and it takes time. Finding your purpose could also change over time. There is nothing set in stone. It is an ongoing journey, and it's okay if you don't have all the answers right now. When I think about where I was 2 years ago, I was feeling very lost, and now I am content at where I'm at. Do I still have a vision and goals that I want to get to in the future? Yes, absolutely. I think finding one's Ikigai is all about being content at where you are in the present, while still making adjustments as you experience life. If you're feeling a little lost, that's completely normal. It's also normal to go through ebbs and flows. If you try out the Ikigai, let me know in the comments. I know it helped me. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.